You are live and unmuted. And
Oh yeah, is there an extra down there?
Yeah. Got it.
Are we live?
you are live and unmuted.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to CB2 SAR meeting for July 2026. It's 6:28. We're going to hit go at 6:30 sharp. Stay tuned. So welcome everybody to CB2's SAR meeting for July 2026. As we usually do, we're going to start with applications in the room, of which we have a few, and then we'll go online. So stay tuned if you're online to present. We're going to try to be very quick and respectful of people's time today. So I'm asking applicants, just give a 1 to 2 minute spiel about your event. We already have the details, most of the details in SAR and in the questionnaires you've done. So we'll ask any follow-up questions after that. And let's try to keep lines of questioning afterwards to a minimum. So we're going to start with number 1, I think, which is in the room.
Yes.
This is the Grande pop-up shop.
Correct. What should I say?
Thanks.
You can have a seat.
If those in the room could also just introduce themselves.
Jason Scharf, Ghost Experiential.
Great.
Representing Pop-Up Month for their pop-up shop, which is from July 12th to July 19th at 13 Crosby Street. This is an event that's taking place completely indoors. It's selling merchandise only. There are no giveaways, no planned celebrity appearances or influencers. My permit is simply for the use of the curb lane for a queue line, should it be necessary. On the first day, July 12th, just as an extra precaution, I asked for 2 queue pens in the curb lane, one towards Howard Street and one towards Grand Street. The one on Grand Street is our queue lane, which will be there through the 19th. The one on Howard Street is just in case there are a bunch of people. We want to get them off the sidewalk and have them for a place to stay, but we really don't. There are no walk-ins. The event is registration only, pre-registration only. And our capacity is like almost 200 people, and we have 125 people that will be registering per hour. So we really want to limit the impact to the community and crowds on the sidewalk, which is why I requested the curb lane for this.
Correct. What do you expect to be different on the first day if there's equal pre-registration for each day? Just like people.
Just a precaution. I think we're not publicizing the location of the event, but once you're registered, the location gets sent to you. And if word gets out, in case people do come and show up, I want to be able to get them off the sidewalk, tell them they're not getting in, and have them wait there not to get in. And after the first day, people will realize, hey, we waited all day, we're not getting in, word will get out that there's no point in waiting around. So as little impact as possible.
And sorry, which Grande? This is Ariana. Yeah, okay.
Giving a concert at Barclays Center, and this is just for the sale of her merchandise.
Wonderful.
So she's not coming.
No, as far as there are no planned appearances whatsoever.
Okay.
If that changes, I will for sure let you know.
And you're going to have obviously barriers.
Double barricade for the curb lane, as well as 2 flagmen on the 12th, just as an extra precaution, and a flagman each day for the curb lane as well. We're not blocking any hotel loading zones. Make sure that's clear. And the fire hydrants will remain accessible at all times.
And if someone shows up and they're not registered, you basically turn them away?
They don't even enter the queue line.
No amplified sound, no
Nothing
active.
outside except for bike rack and stanchions and not even on the sidewalk.
Do you expect all of the slots to be full before the day begins?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so people are registering online because the slots will be,
They're,
like while they're waiting online.
no. We're not, if they don't have a slot within the half hour, we're sending them away and telling them that they cannot stand in this vicinity.
And likely if they don't have a slot for that day, they can't get one
Correct.
because they'll be full. Yeah, I kind of think, I mean, my committee mates might disagree with me. I kind of think that the extra pen on the first day, it might be more harm than good because you're giving people a place to congregate. And if you just say, if you don't have a slot, go away,
Well, if you reserve the space, they can always set it up later.
I don't know. It just feels
I'm
like,
happy to nix it. I just want to
Yeah.
be super cautious because I met.
I don't
that
see what-
sidewalk and it's
Yeah.
set in-
I think like maybe then it gets I imagine you have like brand ambassadors or whatever, maybe then they'll be confused on day 2 that there isn't somewhere to send people. Like, I think it might be better to be consistent across the whole event where you just very firmly say, you cannot be here if you are not slotted for the next hour. But that's just,
I think you can do that while still reserving the space, even if you don't set up the pin.
Okay.
And you just have that on reserve. I think that accomplishes what you're saying.
Just an extra precaution.
yeah.
I don't want to.
No.
And sorry, this is going to be going on for 13 days?
No, 8 days. July 12th to the 19th. They're starting load in tomorrow morning. And for that, there's just a production curb lane permit on the 7th, the 10th, and load out on the 20th.
Are you able to just give us a contact? It's in case there's any issues.
Yes,
They
they
can
can have my card.
Okay.
Absolutely, I will leave.
But nobody's going to be standing on the sidewalk, just to correct.
No, this is, the sidewalk is only 7 feet at places and.
Yep. Yeah, that
Putting
wouldn't.
them up on the sidewalk is.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay.
What, you're running the line down toward Grand?
Correct, because there's a hotel loading zone towards the south and we don't want to block them.
Oh, so you're running up toward Grand.
Correct, north side.
Got you.
East side
And you
goes
won't
towards-
go past Grand.
Again, the capacity in the building is almost 200. We only registered 125. So we don't expect that pen to be full. We want to constantly keep people off the street and moving into the venue, which is why we're only releasing, we have 75 extra spaces in the building so that we could let the next hour in earlier.
Sounds very well thought out. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Anything else?
Maybe, have you just,
dressed as Elphaba?
We will have.
Linda, please.
No, they will be in black attire. We have extra security on the first day, 8 people outside, which is more perfect than anyone needs. And I even have overnight security just in case anybody, 3 overnight security on the first night, just in case people try to camp out. They're going to tell them they cannot stand here, be here, and they're not getting in without a reservation.
I think there's a residential building above that. There's a few small businesses. Have you reached out to them at all?
Not yet. I plan on doing that tomorrow during our load.
Perfect. And if you could just leave a contact in like the lobby of the residential building, that's always helpful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Not a problem.
Thank you for coming to us. A lot of pop-up people don't, unfortunately. So
Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah.
tell my client this is exactly what we need and
appreciate it.
Thank you.
no messing around.
Good luck.
All right, thank you. So who's next? We have. So for all online, we're doing the in-persons first. We're going to agenda item 6, which is Victoria Beckham Portofino 97.
So we're good to go?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Hello, guys.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome. Got some visuals. I'm a very visual person, so if you want to see what I'm talking about. I'm Ernie Liberati, location manager, working with the Victoria Beckham activation at 202 Elizabeth Street, right in the middle of the block.
You send us, sorry to interrupt. Did you send us a,
Yes,
okay.
it should be in there. I have extras if you want one.
If you have one, that would be great.
I scan one in so we can share it online.
No, it's okay. It's just our STAR
It's our
questionnaire.
questionnaire. Thank you.
Maybe Florence can
This
get
next
to it.
one.
Perfect, thank you.
Anybody needs one?
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate it.
Great.
We just need one. I don't want to waste you.
So we're very excited to be working with one of the neighbors right on the block there, Cafe Paradiso. And they are going to be letting us interact with their line people, because every day there's a line of people waiting to get that.
Don't you know it?
Which is very good. And we're building a temporary structure that's a cafe seating area in the curb lane, like restaurants have. It's going to be 20 feet by 6 feet. It's going to have 3 Italian cafe tables sitting out there in our one little display. It's a surprise and delight where people can come up and get a free sample of Victoria Beckham's new perfume. They wait in line, they get their coffee. If they want to come in and have a sample, they can grab one, sit at the cafe. If not, they just go along their way. And everything's being fabricated off-site. It's a simple platform with a banquette of, plants and stuff around it. It looks like this, simple cafe with a banquette and people. Now they don't normally have stanchions for the cafe because people line up there every day and wait for coffee, but we will put one along the sign just to give them the idea that, like, please leave the sidewalk open so that people can walk through, but they do it every day anyway, and it's never been an issue. And what else? Free giveaways. There's no amplified sound. There's no food, beverage. It's just whatever people buy at the cafe, and they go along their way. Pretty straightforward. And it's only there for 5 days. We come in on a Wednesday to put in the platform and bank up the seats and all that. Then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is the 5 days that people will be activated. And then Monday after the 3 o'clock, we close because we can only do it from 9 to 3 because it's a closed street. So at 4 o'clock, you can't be out with any kind of commercial venture on a closed street. So we're only there from 9 to 3 each day.
And sorry, which days is that? Which days are that?
That is the 15th through the 20th.
Is this the one that has like the cold brew
Yes.
Yes.
stand out front?
Yes.
Is that still going to be there?
No, that's moved inside. So right now it's just,
So there's only going to be one line,
yes.
because I would be concerned about, you can't have multiple lines, obviously.
Now, that's the whole point, is to use their line. The people are there and they're like, oh, what's this all about? Oh, look, a free thing. They get their coffee, they go on their way.
So if they wanted just your thing and not the coffee, they would still just get in the regular line and
Oh, yeah.
miss out midway.
Yeah, but I don't even know if they would know to just come to get our thing, because
Sure.
there's no.
But you're getting free fragrance, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that will be heard.
Yeah, but there's nothing, there's no advertising, there's no digital media, there's nothing.
No celebs?
No celebs.
Do you have a plan for the trash?
Yeah, oh yeah, we have our own trash sections, as well as the cafe has theirs, but we're gonna have them on the actual platform. So people could just drop their,
I do think it could be a little confusing for people who get online for the coffee
Well, that's
to
the
wonder, like, it'll be intriguing, but I think it could be confusing so that, especially if there are tables in here. So it's like, can you sit while you're waiting online for the coffee? Or, so I think just as long as there's preparation of the brand ambassadors to explain, like, this is just the line for the coffee, but on your way in, grab a fragrance sample
And you're giving the fragrance sample to anyone, not just people who already bought copies?
Anyway,
I'm worried that people are gonna line up for this activation, and then you'll have, Mark, did we have the Elizabeth Street Block Association meeting with Cafe Paradiso yet? And that's already an ongoing issue that
Yeah.
we literally are about to have, just for that one.
for that,
So it
that
feels-
line, yeah, it's there every
But
day.
it's like the Block Association, it's the small businesses in front, none of which are your issue, but I'm just saying,
We've
we would
already
be like doubling that.
spoke with all them. The building owner is one guy that owns that whole building that all those tenants are in and stores. And he knows, he's aware of what we're doing. He knows that we're working with Cafe Paradiso, so he's.
But what about the small businesses?
Yeah, we've spoken with them. They're aware. It's, they don't see it as being any different than any other day because that line's out there all the time.
Are you blocking off the curb lane for the line? Or are you running it on the sidewalk?
It's,
Saying there's no line.
it's the line that's always there. It's on the curb, like on the sidewalk, half,
Yeah.
like towards the curb lane where they always line up because people can still walk through.
Is it possible, is that still maintaining 5 feet? It feels
Yes.
very tough where like the stairs come up, but
It's close, but the stanchion will be by the curb lane. For them to be on the curb, so the other side is open.
Like, would you ever, you have the curb lane,
Run the line in the curb lane.
yeah, run the
We-
line for you in
Yeah.
the curb lane.
We could do that.
I think it has to be one line, but you have to tell people that this fragrance thing is for people online for the
But
cafe.
he's saying it's not.
No, but
Well,
no, I think the idea is, the expectation is you're gonna go into the cafe to buy something, because if I'm waiting to go into the cafe and buy something and half the people in front of me are just there for the fragrance, I'm gonna be really pissed off.
But it's
So-
not the same line.
But I think.
Well, there
it
is,
the same.
there, it is. There's no line for the fragrance.
But see, that's where I think there will be a line for the fragrance.
because the fragrance is kind of
This is,
right.
this is expensive fragrance. This is a good giveaway. We get lines for like days.
It's this big, it's a 2-ounce vial. But, because the line is there, the display where you get it is at the line where you go into the
I know
store.
where you're talking. I actually live across the street. This is
Yeah.
my block. I know it intimately. And I think you will have a line for the fragrance. Let's just assume that. Let's
Okay,
just
yeah.
assume the worst. I think we need a plan for people who just want to get the fragrance. Because if your rule is that you have to buy a coffee to get the fragrance, then you're gonna have people coming just for the fragrance. Or let's just plan for that.
Yeah,
Could you run, if you have a line?
Yeah.
Could you run it in the curb lane? Or you know what? No, because it's like a residence right there. I'd run it in the curb lane
personally.
up, cut it at Prince.
Okay,
Could you do that?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
Also, how long are people gonna be standing in that line if you're just handing them something they have to wait if they're not getting coffee?
Fast. I mean, they're just gonna be in the line to get it. Like, but they have to wait with the, you're saying to have 2 lines? Because I think the people are waiting to get their coffee would be like, well, why is this person in line? They're not getting
I
coffee.
think you need a different line for people who only want the fragrance.
I see.
I don't
okay.
think you have as much crossover as you think between fragrance and coffee.
So I would
I mean, but
say,
it sounds like that point of the activation is to reach the people who are online for the coffee.
Right.
Who wouldn't necessarily
Yeah,
come for
so
the
they'll give it
fragrance.
to them, but other people are.
But then
getting
who goes first? The person on.
No, that's why we need 2 lines. Also,
Wait, so
the
what the
coffee line
people-
moves very slowly.
But would the people get their coffee and then move into the second line to then also get the
No.
fragrance?
No, they would give the fragrances out while they're waiting in the coffee line
Yeah.
for people who just.
There's
come
like an
just for the
express line fragrance only.
Well, I think then you line up in the curb lane next to the activation to get that if you want it.
yeah, they'll have.
You'll
our
learn very
monitors.
quickly what the vibe
Yeah,
is, but
yeah, I'm just worried it's gonna be like complete chaos.
well, I would say that our monitors who are there on the site would say, if you're waiting for coffee, this is the line, and people will get in their line. And if you are interested in our fragrance, the line will go the other direction, which would be from the center of the block back towards Spring, for the people who are just waiting for the,
So you would have the lines going in opposite direction.
yeah, because the people in coffee line are in their own line.
I think, whatever, we're not gonna resolve this.
It does say on the application that the Beckhams are coming. Is that changed?
They are,
It says on the SAPO
oh
application.
no, they're not coming.
It says it says under celebrity
Oh,
components.
initially, where we were doing an event tied to across the street at the Elizabeth Street Garden, and they were going to have an activation event party, and they were going to be there and at the thing after hours, not while it was open to the public. And we struck that whole thing a way back,
Okay.
a while back. Because they were concerned, SAPO was like, oh, if the Beckhams are going to be there, this is a very different.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why we stripped it down to the very basic entity of a small,
Yeah. Okay. No, definitely better that they're not there.
yeah.
Do you guys have anything else? Is it possible to keep 5 feet there?
I think there's one jut out.
Are you open to
stairway.
running the line at the curb lane?
Yes,
I will
Yeah.
speak for myself. I can only approve this if it is not this one line thing for me.
yeah.
Riders in.
I think it should be one line in the curb lane,
Yeah.
and I think there should be no just the fragrance.
You have to buy a coffee to get the. free.
Yeah, it's a thing for people online for coffee. That's the, like,
How many
That's-
samples do you have?
A lot. They have enough, like 100 or 200 a day because,
Only
That's-
200 a day?
well, I mean, 200 for,
I mean, that's good. That's going to go fast.
yeah.
And if for whatever reason this causes the event to explode, you'll cut the line at Brent's
But
No, because he's running his line down.
south
So he has to cut the line at Spring.
or at, yeah, okay, great.
Cut line at Spring in curb lane,
Wait, so the curb lane line will be the Cafe Paradiso?
just for the fragrance.
So you're saying there cannot be a.
I disagree with that plan, but I am happy to approve that if you all, if that's the committee consensus. That's not how I would do it, but we need to move on, so.
Wow. I'm thinking line and curb lane for fragrance down. They're gonna want to people come to just take pictures with the damn coffee at Elizabeth Street Garden all day. They're gonna want to take pictures at this place. They're gonna
It's not my
linger.
block, so
I think it's,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you think separate line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So anyone can get the fragrance.
But the Cafe Paradiso people do not need to wait on the separate line.
That line will stay as is and will
As
run in
is.
front of their activation.
So
So
you
the
can
brand
get it if you
ambassadors
want.
can give it.
Fair,
Yes.
fine.
Thank you.
All right.
And then you just need barriers.
Of course, we'll have stanchions.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys?
Thanks.
And I would say just definitely give the contact to the,
Oh, yeah.
because we're already having issues,
We're
so
gonna post signs.
great. Thank you.
All right, who do we have next?
10, Acme.
Okay. So we are going on to number 10. This is Acme Studios grand opening, July 22nd to 24th. Sponsor 360 PM. Welcome.
Hi, I'm Tony Verbillis from Hemlock Productions. We work with 360. So what's basically what they're trying to do is Acme Papers is opening a store on Gainsford. And to celebrate their 30th anniversary and the Acme paper that they have, which is a hardbound magazine. They're doing activations in 5 cities, London, Paris, Seoul, Tokyo, and finally now here in New York. In London, it was a phone booth. Here, it's going to be a newsstand. The newsstand is being built in Long Island City, in Long Island, and where we brought in. We've chosen, of course, Gansford Plaza because it's right next to the store opening. And what they're basically going to be doing is they're not going to be selling the magazine at the stand. That will be happening across the street at 2 Mines. So people will just be gathering, seeing the magazine, they can hold it, they can look at it, but if they want to buy it, there'll be a QR code and then they'll go to 2 Mines and they can buy it and pick it up there. The installation, as we said, is temporary. We believe, low impact. It's going to be painted pink. And we are trying to keep foot traffic and commerce to a minimum. There'll be no food, no beverage, no giveaways, and no celebrities. We've been working with the Meatpacking District Management Association with Kevin Capuno, Sapo, to make sure that we can do this as safely and as less impactful as possible. And we're here to work with you however we can to make it happen. And the install and the uninstall is being done by the company that has the newsstand. So they're building it and they're bringing it in, they're taking it out.
So it's being constructed offsite.
Offsite.
And it's discarded in.
It is
So
discarded
no
in.
construction happening on site.
Construction,
Okay.
nothing happening on
Great.
site. It's being brought in, painted as you see it. Well, hopefully as you see it, and then just carted out. And we will have two security guards the whole time. We weren't planning to put up stanchions or ropes. We're going to have them there. They're going to be behind. We anticipate about 100 people. I will tell you that they only sold in the tens of magazines in Paris. So it wasn't like, when you have to buy it, you're not giving it away. It wasn't, it wasn't like there was a line out the door to,
It seems very low impact. So there's no amplified sound, there's no activation.
Zero.
It's just a newsstand sitting there. Okay.
you sense it.
The like candy and non-magazine stuff, is that
That's
just,
just pictures.
there's not going to be actual stuff there?
There's not going to be actual
Okay.
stuff. There's going to be just a magazine.
Okay.
And so you're keeping still a bunch of the other seating on the plaza, is what it looks like.
Correct.
And the little purple box where it says text, what is that? Is that actually something?
No, that is not
That's
something.
text.
I thought maybe it's like a
think
trash
that's
can or something. I don't know.
That's where I don't know if that's where the truck was supposed to be. Actually, the truck was on the other side. I think it's just, we were thinking about putting the truck over there.
Okay.
Then they told us to bring it on the other side.
Yeah.
Donna raised her hand.
Mark, can we promote Donna?
I just
please?
did.
Okay,
Got
never
it.
mind. Cool. And can you remind me the days and hours again?
I believe it's the 24th. What I have here is 24th, 25th, and 26th. And it's 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Great. And you're working with the meatpacking bid? They're aware of
We
this? Okay. I think Donna wanted to provide some more context. Donna, you want to go?
Yeah, hi. I don't have a problem with this, but I just want to say, I think that text box, first of all, is where Two Minds is located. which is
Okay.
34 Gansevoort Street, but that building is currently under construction and Two Minds has temporarily relocated down the block on Gansevoort Street to the southern end of the block between Greenwich and Washington Street next to Yves Saint Laurent. So the people will have to be pointed down that way. They won't be able to just cross. I mean, I think it's highly unlikely. I live right here, so I know the construction state. I will find it a miracle if Two Minds is happily relocated back in that location before this event happened. So I just wanted to be sure you were all aware of that. Again, I don't have a problem with the event.
No, it's just that, yeah.
Nobody's walking across the street, I don't think, unless there's something going on that don't know about or that is further along than it looks like from the street and et cetera.
I think they're bringing like 50 magazines. I
So
mean,
you
50
can buy at the,
You cannot buy at the.
they're bringing them to Two
They're bringing them
Minds.
to Two Minds. I'm
Okay,
just-
so Two Minds though, just really to be clear, there, it is not located across the street. It's
Okay.
not there, so.
Okay,
Donna.
I think anybody else have anything? I think we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So literally giving nothing out.
No, correct.
Yeah, this is very,
Just a
very,
visual.
very low impact. Thank you. Yeah.
And anyway, so.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.
All right. Which one are you again?
20.
SCPS.
Okay, we're going, for those online, we're going to our last in-person. This is NYU SPS. This is our number 20, September 1st.
I have a floor plan, street.
Thanks.
plan.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then this is just an outline of what I was gonna discuss. So this is the first year we're holding an SPS street fair for our new students, grad and undergrad, in front of 7 East 12th Street. So we requested a permit, a street permit for closure.
Gonna share the plan with the.
The purpose is to just centralize our student clubs and organizations outside of 7 East 12th Street. And this would be between 5th Avenue and University Place. We would not pass. There is a building there with a garage and Hertz, I believe it's Hertz parking lot. So we would avoid, we wouldn't pass that part. We would also we would have barriers so that there's a line of traffic. So if we have NYPD and NYU campus security throughout, but if they're turning from Fifth Avenue or coming down 12th Street, only traffic that needs to go to the garage or needs to deliver would have access to that space. This is on Tuesday, September 1st. The event is only from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., but we would close, I believe, at 10 a.m. and it would reopen by 8 p.m. to give us enough time to set up the street. Yeah. So again, this is for new students. 400 to 500 students are anticipated to come throughout that time frame, not all at once. We are having food, free food. So they would check in. There will be a tent at Fifth Avenue and a tent at
University.
on 12th Street, but before the garage, so they would get wristbands. So anyone with a wristband, and we would offer that to any of the tenants or businesses as well that would like to come for free hot dog, pretzel, popcorn, that's what we're giving out, and beverages at this event for new students.
Are you gonna just give out like flyers that say that? You'll do reach out?
Yes, we were planning on reaching out to once we have approval on the permit and here, we would notify the tenants that live on that street and the vendors as well. Also, we're not using the south side of the sidewalk. So it's really just the north side of the sidewalk and the street, so that there is a lane there for traffic to cut through if necessary, and people can walk on the south side of 12th Street with no interference.
But the north side of the sidewalk would be barricaded.
There would be tabling there.
I guess like if I need to go somewhere on the north side of the street, as a lay person not coming to the event, could I walk on the sidewalk?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. We're not closing it off to anyone.
And could I then, but I couldn't come into the event. Access to the event itself will only be through the blue boxes? Or could I walk in and just not be given food because I don't have a wristband?
Correct.
I see.
Yes, we're doing it something similar to Grad Alley, that, residents can still walk through the street. We're not closing it off to anyone. It's just really for the free food.
Yeah.
I guess, I think it's like a good event and you've got well planned out. I'm not sure how the tables as they're portrayed on the north side of the street will work because you have a bike lane there.
Correct.
So, are you going to be able to set up tents and tables and leave a 5-foot pedestrian walkway, having that all on the sidewalk? It just seems like would be a very tight fit.
Yeah.
And not going into the bike lane.
So, I was told, and we're very flexible because we're still early enough where we can make adjustments to this floor plan. I was told that the bike lane, the lane for the traffic, the bikers could go down and that we could use the bike lane. If that is a no, then we can change this to have the tables back to back on the street and leave room for the bike lane. We can adjust this floor plan.
I think I would say the more classic way of doing it is just to have the street closed, have the tables in the street, and then both sidewalks and bike lane are clear.
Okay.
So then pedestrians and bikers who are not partaking in the fair can go by.
Okay.
That's how we would see most of these done.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
I don't know if we've ever approved one where people are actively blocking the bike lane.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood. That's
Exactly.
something we can definitely adjust. Now my question now is in front of the SPS building, 7 East 12th Street. Could we have some tabling in front of that building, or is that also considered?
I mean, I'm just looking at it on, I do live right there. I mean, if you reserve the sidewalk, and the street, like maybe it looks like it's inset a little bit. The entrance, maybe it's hard to tell. But maybe you could have a couple tables like just right against the wall.
Yeah.
As long as you're leaving 5-foot pedestrian walkway, I think that would probably be okay.
Okay,
That's the magic number for the sidewalk, is that you need 5 feet.
5 feet. We can do that. Yeah, we can definitely make those adjustments. And so we'll just move the tables to the street to leave the bike traffic and the walking on the sidewalk open.
Yeah, I mean, does anyone disagree with me?
Nope.
That's the classic way of doing closure. And you applied for a full street permit.
Yes, we did.
I mean, I know that Hertz gets like kind of insane.
They closed, I think.
They did?
Yeah, I tried to go there.
Good.
I believe that
I mean,
Hertz.
not good, but it was
I
a
believe
tough
that-
street for that.
I believe that Hertz is closed unless someone corrects me, but I tried going there like a month or two ago and they were closed.
In which case, they don't need to retain this.
There is a garage there. There's a resident.
Yeah, there's still a garage.
There's still the garage.
Yeah,
I see, I
there's a
see.
garage.
Hertz is.
I see, I see.
Public
I
garage.
see. Okay.
I think it's 2080's 12th if you want to, I think it's closed. Anyway.
I think we're good. Yeah.
Sorry, there is a DJ, but you're going to keep the sound reasonable?
Yeah, I mean, that was more for like announcements. Hey, everyone, make sure you get your food. There's a raffle. We did want to have a little bit of music, but obviously we don't want to upset the neighbors. We wanted to keep it at a low, not crazy loud at all.
Yeah.
It's just 3 to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think we would ask that you like far in advance do outreach to the neighbors, both businesses and residents.
Yes.
Just to let them know that the street's going to be closed that day and that there's going to be, an actual fair going on for 3 hours, 3 to 6.
Yeah.
But that the street's also going to be closed. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So that concludes the in-person presentations. We will go now to the online. So let's go back and we're going to go back to number 2, which is Starkman Associates. Oh yeah, can you take that down?
Oh, sorry.
If you're here from
Laura?
GSS Security,
I don't think Laura's coming today, remember? She has a medical.
That's the one where Laura had a family emergency
and
we added this on, not Friday, it
Yeah.
was Thursday, because of the holiday. But I put up on the website, the site plan and on the table as well as, which is on the revised site plan on the table, along with their questionnaire responses.
Thank you.
By the way, when this was pitched to me, in lieu of anybody else, the only comment I had was that instead of just having those bicycle barriers to surround the space, this space is one of those sidewalk extensions. That's a triangle that goes from Watts to Broome. So the hard line on the right-hand side is the actual curb. And then the left-hand triangle is one of those tan gravelly sidewalk extension surfaces.
Yeah.
And my suggestion to them was to consider putting a plant, it's not on this one, put a plant right at the V at the bottom to call attention so that when people are coming up, they see something more than just those transparent barriers. And it's a morning event for breakfast with coffee and Danish. And you see the stations that are there for that. The whole thing is supposed to be open by noon. That's all I know.
Thank you. Good job.
Okay.
All right. Well, we can't ask any questions because they're not here. Can someone allow Laura to speak? I see her hand raised.
Got it. Different Laura.
Okay.
Hi, I just have a question actually, and since they're not here, but did that illustration show that the crosswalk was being blocked?
Back up.
No, it doesn't appear to be.
Okay, I couldn't understand what it was saying, that's all.
Sorry, one second.
Let's pull it back up one more time, just to check. Can we zoom in a little there? Sorry.
It looks like that to me, that the one crossing Sixth Avenue, what's showing the barrier.
It looks like the barricades are between the two crosswalks on Sixth Avenue.
Yeah. We will reach out and verify with her. Obviously, they can't block the crosswalk.
Yeah.
That was all. I'm concerned because right after that, there's that turn and then there's the bus stop right there on the other side of Broome Street. In terms of how it's going to be traveling, but that's, I'm sure, can be worked out.
Yeah, no, thanks. Thanks for pointing it out. I would guess, given Laura's history, she's pretty good with these things. I don't think she would block the sidewalk, the crosswalk, but we will follow up with her.
And if I could, where that yellow arrow is, that's actually the sidewalk. It's not a crosswalk. The top, excuse me, the top yellow arrow is that sidewalk extension.
Yes, yeah, but right next to it, there's a little gray.
On the updated map the updated graphic we have that has the plant, they have adjusted the barricade so that they're clearly not crossing the crosswalk. I think this image is just sloppy, but you're right. In this image, it does appear that way.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Laura. Okay, let's go to number 3, dog adoption truck. July 12th. Do we have someone from the dog adoption truck? Can we promote Carolyn, please? Hi, Carolyn. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Excellent. Thanks for joining. So, yeah, if you could just go ahead and give us a quick overview of the event, please.
Yes, definitely. So it is a dog adoption truck. It's sponsored by a nonprofit organization, Animal Rescue Fund of the Hamptons. For some quick context, because this did start as something different. I don't know if you recall, but last year I had helped organize a dog block party that will be also our second annual one. It will be right there on Green Street. Last year it was a big success, so we thought it would be a nice and fun idea to have a dog adoption truck on the street as part of the event. But as we went on, we found out that we couldn't have the truck because the block party permit doesn't allow for that, which was totally fine. So we decided to pivot and treat it as its own separate event and apply for a curb lane permit. And we won't be advertising it with the block party. Like I said, it'll be their own separate event, but it will be right around the corner. So it's near the block party. They just thought this would be a good location since there will already be some heavier foot traffic with the block party hopefully going on, and positive engagement. Hopefully people will be interested in possibly adopting some rescue dogs. But yeah, it was just more for some engagement and to give them some community outreach. But it's just for the curb lane. It's on Green Street between, Green Street, Prince Street between Green and Mercer Streets. Right across, hopefully the van will be placed right across from the Apple Soho store by Louis Vuitton on the Prince Street side, but it won't be blocking their entrance. It'll be on the side where the brick building is, or their brick wall is.
Okay, so it would be, what's the exact address where it would go?
Yeah, so it'll be right by, I think it was 106. Sorry, it was right there on the corner. So
You have 116 Green and 103 Prince listed in your questionnaire.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so it'll, I guess, technically be 116 Green Street.
Which is Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, but it'll be on the side of Louis Vuitton. So the Prince Street side of Louis Vuitton, if that makes sense. So I guess possibly like 104 Prince Street, but across the street from that on the Prince Street side, or on the south side.
And this is all happening in the curb lane. There's nothing on the sidewalk.
Yes, correct. Yeah, the sidewalk will be completely free.
Well, I noticed in your questionnaire, it says, hang on. If a line begins to form, staff will keep it orderly and parallel to the curb building frontage using rope and stanchions. So you're thinking people will line up in the curb lane or on the sidewalk?
Oh, sorry, it should be, no, it would be on the curb lane. That might have been a little outdated. We don't expect to use ropes or have anything else set up. It'll just be couple of volunteers outside of the van. We don't want to impede any foot traffic. So yeah, all on the curb lane, it should be.
But I think if you're lining up in the curb lane, you need barriers because that is an active street.
Sure, yeah, we can definitely get those then. The ropes then would be, do you think would be
You need like real barriers for the curb lane to protect from car traffic.
Okay, got it.
Is renew. Yeah. And I think from what we heard, the dog block party went great last year. So I think we had that as a renewal. So
Yes, and thank you so much. It was a great success. Very appreciative for it.
And no amplified sound?
No amplified sound, no food or drinks. The only permit that would be needed, to my understanding, is that curb lane permit. I did submit the general liability insurance that ARF has, naming also the New York City mayor as one additional insured in the SAPO portal.
Do people go like inside the truck? Is that how it works to like look at, how does it work? Yeah.
So they'll be able to open up. It'll be a van, actually. If I probably should specify, they decided to downsize from a larger truck to a van. It's a 2002 Nissan high top van. And yes, they'll be able to go inside the truck to view a handful of pets that will be in there, but then they'll also obviously have, we can't have the whole adoption agency in there, so they'll have photos then. But briefly inside the truck, yes, or van.
Sorry, wait, it's just photos inside the truck?
No, I'm sorry. Dogs will be in a cage, a handful of them inside the van that they'll be able to go and interact with safely. But again, only a handful. The rest of the dogs will be in a photo book. Yeah.
And what are the hours?
We're requesting from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. only to give us ample time to set up and make sure that any parked car is removed from the approved area. But the event will be from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
You're just parking the car at 6.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be a massive queue for this. I don't think so.
I don't know. People want to hold puppies.
I see them all the time in Union Square. It's not a big line. All right. Does anybody else have anything on this one? No. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Okay. Do we have anyone from there's 2 Jade Matcha events, item 4 and 5. Do we have anyone from here? I don't know if we've got anyone from those. I don't think they're here. So that'll be a no-show, I believe. That's one on Bleecker and one on Broadway. Do we know what Jade Matcha is? Something we need to flag to SAPO? That's going to draw a big crowd.
Matcha.
Matcha always draws a crowd.
That's so true.
All right, let's just flag to SAPO on those, that those are both very high traffic areas and they did not show up. And so that'll be a deny no show. Okay, so let's go on to number 7. Victor and Rolf, 9 West 8th. That was withdrawn. Number 7 was withdrawn. Okay, so number 8, Genesis House.
Florence got an out of office for this person, so let's see.
Anyone from Genesis House?
No show, or they replied but couldn't come?
Just as a-
Paxton Dawson Communications.
My guess is she emailed them and got it now.
Okay. So that's a no-show. Does anyone know what Genesis House is?
Yeah, it's a car, they have like a big car dealership and restaurant right there.
Oh, okay. So they have a lot of space, but
They have a ton of space.
no, so we probably, okay. We'll still flag it as a no-show. Number 9, Tillamook Ice Cream. Tommy.
Got it.
We promote Tommy?
I just did.
Can you hear me?
Hi, Tommy, welcome.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Good to see you.
Go Team USA tonight.
Yeah.
So let me see if I can figure this out, guys. I'll do the share. And
Are you doing the Tillamook? So you're doing Tillamook ice cream and the newsstand?
so the first one, well, on mine, it's number 8, but I guess you have it. The first Tillamook, which is 720 to 722, that's not happening. They started the application process. They actually withdrew it. So I'm actually the next one. So if you want me to
Okay.
wait,
We'll mark that as withdrawn. No, we already did Acne, so you would be up next anyway.
look
So
at
go
that.
ahead.
There we go.
So the
So,
720 to
720 to 722
722
is withdrawn. Okay.
Yes, so this is going to be 7/23, 24, 25, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday in Astor Place. And can you see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. So what I'll do is I'll blow through it quickly, and then we'll come back and whatever questions. This is what it looks like. It's they're asking for a 20 by 20 footprint. It's a 10-foot by 14-foot prefab structure. So it comes in pieces off the back of the truck. It's nothing hard. It's all fabricated material, and they're just going to put it together. They'll load in at midnight, and as quickly as they can put it together, they will. They'll go to bed, and then it's going to open from 7 to each of the 3 days. It'll be open. Open from 11 to 7 for 8 hours. So each day will be 8 hours. This basically is the placement right here on the Astor Plaza.
It's 3 days?
It's 3 days, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They're putting it for a 20 by 20 footprint, but the structure is not 20 by 20. So,
Yeah, 10 by 14. Okay.
and then it won't be, this might not be really a good viewing of it. It's not going to block the food stand that's there. It'll be set back away from it. And we're working with the East Village Alliance, of course, for the exact placement. What makes them happy makes us happy. It's going to be scoops of ice cream or pass out. So the reason there's 2 is you can walk up and get a scoop, but then they're also going to, in order to keep the line down, the queue down, they're also going to have people passing out ice cream bars. So if you just want to grab and go and not wait in a line for a scoop, that's going to reduce the line tremendously. After you get your ice cream, you either scooped or whatever, you can do a photo op here. How many people will do that, I don't know, but it was important to the brand. They will have filming in progress signs. I wouldn't call this a celebrity, but I'll let you all be the judge. I did a little research. This is the only person that has said yes. I did indicate on the response to Florence that they had invited 2 other food bloggers. I don't really think sorry.
Okay.
I don't know that food bloggers are going to really draw a crowd, but I will leave that up to y'all to decide whether it's, and I did list the 2 food bloggers they invited. So that's what I have. Fire away.
Can we push that construction back to like mid to late morning? Like how long is that going to take? Because I would rather not have construction going on at midnight, making noise.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to make noise. Because it's just prefab stuff, but may I'm happy to find out from them what power tools, like, I think it might just be, power drills. I'm happy to see how far we can push it back. I have no issue with that whatsoever. I did tell them that I really want it to be quiet. I know there's not a lot of residential there, but there is, I'm with you, Will. I agree. I try to limit that with my clients. So
Okay.
uh, what can I do to help without?
Yeah, I mean, just follow up and if it's going to take like an hour to construct and it's not open till 11, I don't see why they couldn't do that in the morning, but
I
I'll let
totally
you
agree
check
with you.
them. Yeah.
What I'll do, if it's all right with you, then I'll get some more information on this, as far as the construction goes. And then I can report back to, I have you and Erica's email addresses. I can report back to you. I'm happy to do that.
That'd be great. And you said you've been coordinating with Village Alliance. And sorry, is or is there not amplified sound?
So I put that I did in the response to Florence, I said I didn't know. I put in for an amplified sound permit. And since I sent that to Florence, they do have amplified sound, but it's nothing like they're not doing a rock concert. It's just basically for ambiance. I don't want to use ambient. Ambiance is it's nothing. They're not like, they don't have a DJ. They don't have a PA, an MC. It's not that tight. As you can look at it, you can see it's not that vibe at all. It's just they want to make sure that they have some music playing in the background. So yes, the amplified sound, but it's more of a background type thing.
Okay. Yeah, we have a note from Pete in the chat. DOB start times generally 7. I'd have to think if it's fairly prefab, having 4 hours to set it up would hopefully be enough. So if you can just check on us.
Happy to do it.
And let us know if that's possible.
Absolutely.
Great. Anybody else?
I don't think they're from, by the way, the production company's out of Great Britain. So they're not really, I think they're just trying to make sure they can have as much time as possible. But I will do my job to manage their expectations and our expectations, yours and mine, to make sure that we're kind of compacting the schedule. I have no issue with that.
Can you just show us the site map, please? Okay. And where are the lines?
Well, like I said, it's a 20 by 20, so they're footprints. So within they're going to just basically do the queue. They'll figure out the queue within here. They'll sit the thing in the middle or off to a side, wrap the queue around the front and the back. Erica, is what I think they'll do.
I just think like scoops of ice cream and bars is going to be a pretty good ticket. I think we need some kind of we just need to, I think what this committee cares about is that it doesn't extend beyond the footprint of the plaza.
Oh, Erica, absolutely not. I totally agree. So they're going to have these brand ambassadors with these coolers in front of them, and you don't have to stand in this line. You don't have to queue up in a line. They did that on purpose so that there's not a long queue. If people just want to get an ice cream, they don't have to wait to have a scoop of ice cream from a queue. They can just grab one of these popsicles and move along, walk away.
Okay, so you'll figure out a line, but make sure it doesn't extend past the footprint if there is the line.
Yeah, so I think the plan is to wrap the queue around the back of the structure, and then it could come back to the front.
Okay.
And they do have rope and stanchion, which I indicated in my response to Florence, on the truck. If they need it, and they probably will, they're just going to pull it right off the truck, and the truck will be right here in production parking on Cooper.
It might make sense to proactively set up the rope and stanchion into a little snaked thing, just if there is a big group of people, just to provide some organization to them, so it's not a free for all. But
if that's what CB2 want, I think they were trying not to have a line if possible by using the people passing out. But if y'all feel that,
I think it just depends on what if it's a few people and that handles it, great. But if a bunch of people are assembling and then it's a free for all, you can assess on the fly. But
You know what? Guess how difficult it is for me to tell them to set the rope and stanchion up ahead of time.
It's easy.
Easy peasy.
Exactly.
So I think that's probably wise.
Perfect. I'll do
right.
that under, yes.
Anybody else?
No.
I don't see anything. Okay. Thanks, Tommy.
Thanks, guys. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Good luck.
Okay. Next, we have Carter's Skip Hop, July 23rd. No, Carly,
Promoting.
Which Carter?
find out.
Hi, can you guys see me, hear me okay? They kind of like
Yeah.
exited the Zoom and then came back in.
Yeah.
So we're working with Carter's, who's part of like the Oshkosh baby products family. They're promoting their Skip Hop line. And we have a Rivian, which is like a vehicle, small vehicle, that will pop up on the north side of Washington Square Park between 5th and McDougal. And I will share a site plan right now. You guys see that?
Yep.
Great. So we'll have the Rivian, it's like the size of like an SUV. And it has like what's called a frunk, which is a front trunk. So that will be open with a product display. It'll be wrapped, and then on the back side, there's like a changing table tester for their changing pad. No actual babies will be like changed or anything on there. It'll just sort of be for like testing out or taking photos, everything like that. We have a barricade on each side for, protection of the vehicle. We can also do barricades here if that's preferred. I just didn't want to protrude into the like driving lane or anything along those lines. And then we have stanchions here for a queue. We'll have some ground signage. It's a single day pop-up on July 23rd. We'll come in at about 8 a.m. It just opens, and then we'll have a delivery of just like the stanchions and the barricades, nothing crazy. And then it's all like soft goods. So we'll just, arrange the display. There's no heavy equipment or anything along those lines. And there are giveaways. None of it is food. It's all like baby product related. So there's some, like wipes, there's some of these changing pads, there's some like toys and pacifiers and things like that. Really focused on like families and babies within the area. Obviously the park is right across the street. None of the giveaways have any like plastic wrapping or trash, but we will have trash available for guests as well.
Carly, you're from Pro Mobile, right?
Yes.
And where will you cut the line at if it extends? I just can't tell from your site plan what way it goes.
Yeah, we can cut it off. The block is, considerably long. So I doubt this is a very short interaction. It's probably like 2 to 3 minutes max for each person. But so we should be working through our queue very quickly, but we can cut the line at the like right before the crosswalk, or if we need to cut it earlier, we can absolutely do that based on what
I think before crosswalk sounds good.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
I don't think I foresee this running the whole block, but yeah.
Yeah, they have good giveaways. You can choose 2 things, right?
Yes, there are 2. They can choose 2 options, but it should be a pretty quick piece, and it's also very like targeted versus like a coffee truck or something that is more like open for everybody. This is very family and even like young family specific. Obviously anyone can get in line, but we anticipate, obviously we'll do line management. We can cut it before the crosswalk, but I don't anticipate this being a super long line.
You know approximately where you're going to park it along that block?
Yeah, it'll be right around like 18 Washington Square North.
Okay.
and it'll take you about.
That's where most of these things tend to go.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. And sorry, amplified sound or no?
No amplified sound.
Okay. No celebs or influencers?
No.
Celebrity babies.
Okay, this one seems very straightforward.
Yeah.
Anybody have anything?
Nope.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
thank you. Next up, we have our vibe check, July 27th, Washington Square South, between LaGuardia and Thompson.
Promoted.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, sorry, just this computer's moving slowly. How y'all doing?
Good, how are you? Welcome.
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Go ahead.
I'm here from Vibrant Emotional Health. We're a New York-based nonprofit serving all 5 boroughs. We also provide suicide prevention crisis lines across the country, including 988. And most of our programs in New York are youth serving programs. And so this year we decided to try something new and host a youth mental health festival that we're calling our Vibe Check, which is basically a resource fair. And that's going to be in the Kimmel Center at NYU, all inside. The entire program is inside from 10 to 6 o'clock. We'll have workshops, a resource room. We're going to have all kinds of activations. We'll have lunch provided there during the day. But what we wanted to do was also provide dinner of some kind or a sweet treat as guests are leaving at the end of the day. So we've applied for a street activity permit for 4 food trucks to sit outside Kimmel Center. All guests are between 16 to 24. And they have to pre-register with us in the event in order to get a ticket that will give them to then get a select item from the menu at each truck. So each truck will have 2 to 3 menu items that they can choose from. They'll get 1 ticket. And then but that's all handed out inside. So we'll be managing lines with volunteers who will be wearing bright green shirts. We can bring cones and manage lines in other ways as well. But it's just a 4-hour activation. So we'll give tickets out in the later afternoon. The trucks will be there around 4:30, and then probably around 5:30, people will sort of be able to filter out to pick up something off the truck. And then we'll plan to close the trucks at 7:30 at the latest, and then have them out of there by 8 p.m.
How many total guests are coming this event? You might have said that, sorry.
We're estimating 250 throughout the day, maybe 300 throughout the day. In the afternoon, we don't imagine it'll be nearly that many number, but we're planning for 250 tickets.
And are the food items like hand it over, or is it make a thing like a hamburger?
No, it's like we'll have tacos. They'll pre-make them, so they'll be there. So it's really quickly moving. We just did this outside of the Brooklyn Public Library. We're working with Street Vendors Project, so they're setting up all their own permits. You know, they're easy and awesome to work with, and then just hand a ticket over, pick one of the 3 menu items, and they hand it to you pretty quickly.
Sorry, Washington Square between
LaGuardia and Thompson on the north side of the street.
The glass.
Yeah. Isn't this near where like a lot of food trucks
I think it's
park
a block
illegally?
down.
Yeah.
The food trucks park in front of the library.
Yeah. They got them moved? Okay, that's good.
So there was an emergency vehicle situation.
Well, I mean, they were there illegally for we kept complaining about. Okay, and none of the trucks are going to be playing any amplified sound?
Nope. All of our programming, all the sound is inside. We're just going to be out there funneling people to the trucks.
Gone by 7:30. Are the trucks open to like passersby?
No, they actually aren't. So we prepay for the food and then we have those tickets. So, you know, if we have extra tickets, we may hand them out to folks inside Kimmel Center, but they won't be open to public participants.
I think the thing that you're gonna have, and maybe you already experienced this elsewhere, but like, I think just figuring out how to deal with people who want to patronize the trucks without the tickets. And maybe that's just having a lot of bright green t-shirt people saying, you know, this is just for this event. But I think that's the thing that might cause some congestion on the sidewalk.
Yeah, we will have signs on each truck that will say closed for a private event. So it'll be clear if you walk up to the truck that they're not for public use. But yeah, we will also use volunteers to be able to manage that. And for the most part, and in our experience of doing this, we really haven't had a lot of issue with that. Folks are like disappointed, but then they'll go to the truck down the street.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Seems like a great event. Thank you for the work you do.
Agree.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, next up, number 14, NARS Sephora. Do we have Adam here?
What's the event name?
Adam, Martha?
The NARS Sephora Orgasm Activation. We're not shy here.
We're not shy. Adam, Martha?
Hi, good evening.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having us this evening. I'm not sure, can you see my screen?
Not yet. We can also share here if we have it. I can check.
Okay. Let me.
I'm not sure we got it though.
We don't. Adonis?
Here we go. We got it. We got it.
And is Adonis with you guys?
Yes.
Okay, Adonis, I just promoted.
So I am here on behalf of NARS
Thank you.
for activation. We are looking to celebrate their Orgasm Shade, with that being an activation at Astor Place. We're looking to celebrate this iconic shade by their most used blush, which is a Sephora Compact, which is the shape of, if I scroll down here, and this is what we're looking to have. We're looking to have an install of the actual giant compact. With this, we are looking to have testers with inside the compact, as well as a textured wall and mirrored element. In terms of the display, we will be having it in the center of Astor Place, along with queuing, which will be covered by umbrellas to just shade the guests while they're waiting in line. As well as trying to keep them cool, we'll be providing ice pops, F&B, for them to stay in line and stay cool. We see the line sort of being anything from 5 to 30 minutes. And so we just want to make sure that they're engaged, and during that time we'll be educating them with what will be within the actual compact, which will be a testing of 4 products, which are mini products that they will be gifted at the end of the activation.
And what are the days and hours?
So we're looking to do an install at 12:01 a.m. It will be all prefabricated, but we are looking to have build on site, which is estimated 8 hours. I don't believe it will take that long. However, we want to allow that time. We will then go live to the public at 11 a.m. All the way through to wrap at 8 p.m. and then load out will take up to 3 hours.
So it's a single day.
Yeah. So we are potentially looking at, I believe that we initially have applied for the 31st and 1st of August. However, I believe the client will go to 2 days. But if we were to have, 1 day, but if we were to extend to 2 days, it would be wrap at 8 p.m. On the first day, and then we'd do a quick reset, which would take roughly an hour, and then go live again the next day at 11, and then load out at 8 p.m. on the 1st of August.
When will you know if it's going to be just one or two?
By Wednesday. And then
Yeah, sorry, this is the food and beverage thing?
exactly. So we're looking to have the food and beverage. This is a mock-up of the packaging. We'll be providing wet wipes to everyone, just so they can sanitize their hands before they go into the product testing area. And it will be displayed on an F&B cart, which will be positioned at the top of the queue.
Got it.
Is there any amplified sound?
No.
Okay. And have you been in coordination with the Village Alliance?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Just on that, we are looking to have a production vehicle as well on site, and the client has asked to also have an out-of-home taxi, potentially 3 dotted around Astor Place as well, which is a map here.
I think, I think like the event itself seems pretty low impact. I guess I'm a little worried about the number of giveaways you have. You said you have 1,600 units of each. You expect 1,600 people to come that day?
No, so we're estimating 800 to 1,000 maximum. We have, with the clients aware of this, they've just over-egged the gifting, but they are aware that they probably won't be giving out as much of that product as they have.
And I guess you have the queue coiled.
Yes.
What do you do if that reaches capacity?
We'll have to turn them away. We'll have 3 BAs and 2 security guards on the line. And if it sort of is overcrowded, we'll just ask them to come back once it dies down.
Your footprint won't extend outside of the plaza.
No.
You consider doing like online pre-reservation?
They want to keep it as organic as possible. And so it's very much on sort of footfall.
Okay. No celebrities or influencers?
No.
They have sanitation. We don't need to talk about it, but I see the plan.
Yeah, you have a sanitation plan?
Yes, so we will be having BAs collecting all, obviously, wrappers, and then we will be disposing of those throughout the day.
Martha, you work for another A Story, right?
Yes.
We had an issue with a way pop-up heard around the world that spray painted all over the place and did not take it down. And you guys were the production company. Can you guarantee you will not put stickers or spray paint or anything on the sidewalks?
Yeah, we are. I apologize for that for previous team members, but we are fully aware that it is completely illegal to do anything like that. And we have already told the client that that is an absolute no-go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It wasn't you, it was Cindy. We wrote it down.
I know Cindy well, so I will make sure she knows.
No, I don't know.
All right. Anybody else? No. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Next, we have the summer party.
Like a true block party?
We have, that's laid over. They're going to move it to a different date. They're going to move it back to September, so we'll hear that later. That seems like a very busy area. Yeah, busy street. Cafe Lyria, not sure we heard back from them. Anyone here from Listen Labs? We should definitely flag that. It's a full street closure. In our denial. And with all of the impacts that come with that.
Sorry, continue.
No, do you have any, what, were you saying something? So that's going to be a no-show. Do we have anyone, item 17, community highlight market? Will the cars?
Monique Tyson.
I don't know if
We'll
the
flag
person's
it.
still on and can answer that, but
The cars can't be in the no standing.
yeah, the cars cannot be in the no standing zone. Agreed.
Noted.
I think they left. Okay, number 17, do we have anyone here from Community Highlight Market? Monique Tyson? They did not come back to us. East 14th, okay. I think they're gonna have I don't know if they can close the curb lane on East 14th. Let's flag that. No show.
Flag if possible to close curb
Oh,
lane.
they have like those blockers there. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be kept as like a pedestrian area.
Sure.
Bus lane along there.
Okay, but
Number 18, August 8th, ordinary activation. Should have someone here. That.
there's a lot of stuff in your hood.
I know. This is more village heavy than normal.
That's
Good
evening, everybody.
Who do we have? I can't see.
My name's Andrew. and
Hey,
I'm
Andrew,
with,
welcome.
DTSM Concepts. Thank you so much. So this is for the Ordinary, and the Ordinary is hoping to host a temporary brand activation in the curb lane on 13th Street between Sephora and All Saints. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be presenting a glass box truck, and we're going to have an opportunity for visitors to step inside, take a photo in our themed photo booth, and participate in a giant interactive crossword puzzle. That's pretty much the entirety of it. There will be some additional programming in the adjacent Sephora, and we're hoping to attract the traffic from Sephora to kind of, cross-collateralize the organic foot traffic.
Andrew, are you with just so I can note, are you with DTSM Concepts or who?
Indeed, I am with Food Truck Campaigns, which is the DBA for DTSM Concepts.
Great, thank you. Sorry.
Of course.
Okay, did you send our questionnaire or no?
Yes, it has been submitted. It was submitted by Trini, who's also on our team.
Okay. I can't see it. Would you mind just taking us through the run of show? So it's August 8th. What's the I see on the app 8 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes, that was the initial application, and that was just kind of factoring in our load in and our load out times, just because we know it's horrendous with parking, and we've found that even if we have the tow away signs, people are still occupying the spaces. But ideally, we would activate from 11 to 7, immediately adjacent to the space between the Sephora and the All Saints on 13th.
So it's a single day, 11 to 7. Is there any amplified sound?
No amplified sound. And no cooking, none.
Sorry, what is the Ordinary? I don't.
It's a skincare product. Correct.
So, and there's no giveaway though? It's just a photo op and a crossword puzzle?
No, sorry. There is a giveaway of the Ordinary products. They'll be sample sized and in tandem with the offering that they are providing within the Sephora facility.
Yeah. How many samples do you have?
I believe it's somewhere in the vicinity of 500, but we don't even anticipate receiving that much foot traffic unless you expect otherwise.
I would expect otherwise,
Yes?
for sure.
Okay.
If you're only getting would you basically shut it down if you ran out of 500 samples?
Correct.
But where's their lines? We have a site plan.
Yeah, sorry for that. I don't know. I'm sorry if you submitted everything. We just didn't get the site plan and stuff. do you have a site plan you could share on your screen, or can you walk us through it?
I do not have a site plan currently. I can try to bring Trini into the loop. She is the one that basically submitted everything. But we are just the glass box truck on 13th Street, right next to the, right after the fire hydrant, between the Sephora storefront and the All Saints storefront.
I think mostly we're interested on where you're planning for the line to go.
It would remain on the curb, and we anticipate keeping it relatively short.
But how do you plan on enforcing that shortness?
We will have 2 brand ambassadors on site as well, and we can utilize them to, terminate the line if it exceeds 5 or 6 people, because I don't think it's valid for people to be waiting longer than that. And we anticipate that the traffic will be generated by the Sephora store and not by the truck itself.
Okay, so you're on 13th, it's in between Sephora and All Saints, okay. You would run the line, I guess, west along the curb lane, like along the curb towards the river?
Correct.
Okay. And you'd use rope and stanchion?
We weren't even planning on that because we didn't anticipate having that many people waiting in line at any given time, since the traffic would be directed to us from the Sephora.
Yeah, I think you definitely need rope and stanchion. You definitely need multiple line managers. It is a wide sidewalk. It's not necessarily the busiest sidewalk of all time, but I do think you would need line managers and rope and stanchion for sure.
Because Sephora's not giving away the giveaway. It's just you guys who are giving the free thing, right?
Correct. They do have some programming inside of the Sephora that is relative to the ordinary, and that would be what would be directing all of the traffic to our truck.
Yeah. I think the sidewalk's like 20 feet wide there. Like, I'm not worried about right of way, but you definitely need enough line managers and rope and stanchion.
I think
Otherwise it could get out of control.
the committee's expectation is that given the level of foot traffic and the popularity of the brand, that there's going to be more demand than just, a few people at a time. So that better to be prepared.
That makes sense. Yeah, so we can go ahead and add rope and stanchion, and two line managers should be sufficient.
Yeah.
I would say yes, 2 in addition to whoever you actually have in the truck.
Of course.
They should have more product.
For product?
More giveaways.
No, I think 500 is good.
No, 500.
Okay.
Are you saying we should up the amount?
Sorry?
Or should we increase the amount of product that we're giving away?
No.
Ryder's going rogue.
Okay, and there's no celebrities or influencers?
No.
Okay. Anybody else have anything?
No.
We'll follow up. If you sent the site plan and stuff, we'll probably get it tomorrow and we'll take a look. But I think I have a clear idea of what it is. A lot of people do big lunch truck stuff. Okay. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, number 19. I don't know if we have anyone from that. This is the Timberland JBL. Again, we need to flag this one as potentially disruptive because it's a full street. Yeah, Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. There's something really confusing about what they're presenting, which is they say it's Crosby from Bleecker to Jersey, but that includes Houston Street. So what they're proposing crosses a major avenue. I just don't understand that. And I'm very concerned.
They shouldn't be allowed to do that. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
You're not allowed to do more than one block.
Do they understand the area? That raises that question. We've had 2 incidents in the last couple of weeks of applicants who seem to have stepped away from their application, but then showed up and did their event. That was one of those was on Crosby Street. This last weekend,
Which one was that?
That was the jewelry store. I got Simmons.
Spinelli killed Colin?
Say that again?
Was it the Spinelli kill Colin one?
One of those events, there were two, and it got very confused, but then they did something. And then this last weekend on Prince Street, there was a huge setup for clothing situation called oh gosh, a lady, ALEDI, they unloaded a big stage set onto the sidewalk of Prince Street on Saturday.
We saw that in the database at all, ALEDI?
Yeah, we didn't hear that.
Can you forward, do you have any photos, like, you can forward us, what address was it?
We can send you those, yes. They claimed that they had a permit with, and we got the number, the event number, but it didn't exist in the database.
We never saw that. So they probably didn't have one.
I couldn't find it. So it's just one of those things where, and it's a Saturday, so who do you call? What can you do? It seems to be a way that, and this was a group called Geo Event. I don't know if that's a group that comes before you very often.
Never heard of them.
No, never heard of them.
Okay. We have pictures. Information. I think if at least try to get them flagged at SAPO. SAPO has told us, well, if they're not in the system, there's nothing we can do. So it seems
yes, but we still want to flag them for the future. So I think what we'll do is when we reach out to SAPO on these 2 no-shows for Crosby today, I would want to flag those other 2 events to them too.
That'd be great. Appreciate it.
So if you send that to us, to the office, whatever, so we have it to both me and the office, I think.
Yeah, but tomorrow I'd get that done.
Okay, thank you. Laura, did you want to speak as well?
Yeah, just to reiterate what Pete was saying, but also as I wrote in the chat, that Malbon did the same thing on Crosby Street on June 14th. They've come before your committee in the past and been rejected. And so they set up, I think, without even going for, and this was clearly something that had been planned for a while. I can send you a photograph. They had a big table with people serving tacos and other food, very professional, lined out up on the street with people lined up for it, playing music aloud in the street, the whole thing that they've been doing before. And it's been a real problem. I wanted to point out on the application for today is that I really had wanted to ask about their reach out to stores on that block because there is a pet.
Which application?
Yeah, the current application, because there's a pet store, not, a store that, what is it, where pets stay overnight and during the day, I can't even remember what those things are called. But I think it could be very problematic with a lot of noise and with dogs staying right there. In addition to that, there's also a loading dock for Adidas right there. So if you look at what it looks like on Google Maps, even if it's north of Houston Street only, it's problematic.
Yeah. Okay. I see that. Okay, yeah, very, very frustrating that these 2 didn't come. We will flag that.
Yeah, given the size that they're saying, up to 5,000 people, just short of 5,000 people, it's a little outrageous. 1,000 to 5,000, it's supposed to be large.
Yeah. They
And
can't,
And
they can't do more than one block at the very least. And I think this is it's very problematic that they didn't show up.
Yeah,
We can reach out.
Yeah.
thank you.
All right. I think that's it. Does anyone? Carter has his hand raised too. Carter?
Yeah, I just wanted to echo, I agree completely with Pete and Laura, but also Jersey Street starts mid-block. And so it would actually, Crosby Street would be closed at Prince Street in order to have this event because Crosby Street runs north and Jersey Street runs west. So there wouldn't, it doesn't really make much sense. There's a lot of, that's another issue. And Happy Paws, which is the name of the pet store, you know, is a full glass window that faces right onto Crosby Street at the ground floor level on the northeast corner of Crosby and Houston. And that's definitely, it could be fairly disruptive. And the JBL store, nobody's mentioned this, but the JBL store is on the southwest corner of Houston and Crosby. So that's the physical nexus. And then the Timberland store is on Broadway, just south of Prince, just from you know, putting where the different things are.
No, that's right. Yeah. Thank you, Carter. I mean, that's the point I was trying to make is like, that's closing 2 blocks, which they're not allowed to do anyway. And number 2 is it's very disruptive. It seems very disruptive.
But it would actually technically be 3 blocks, right? If you use Jersey Street as a divider. So that's, it would make sense that they have to pick one or the other. But with that said, I think that the location certainly from Bleecker to Houston on Crosby is too small for that number of people. And Crosby going south it's not a very big street there. That's a lot of people to put in to that space. Typically those larger events are on a little bit wider streets. So, and there's not a lot. The Prince to Houston is a very long distance. So the movement of people around there is a little bit more complicated. And I don't know if there would be any passageway for just regular people to walk through there with that many people.
It's too narrow. I think it clearly doesn't work. So I think we, in our reso, we will need to flag all of those points, and I think we'll also be putting in a specific flag outside of the reso to SAPA.
And just to add one more thing to Carter's good info, New Era is a new retail store that just opened recently at the southeast corner of Houston and Crosby in the new glass building. So it's those 3 retail companies coming together to do this gathering, and way too many people for that little.
Got it. Loud and clear on that. Yeah, loud and clear. All right. I think that does it. Let's go back to business session then.
Do you want to say anything, or are you just here to watch?
Just here.
Okay.
Okay.
When we go into business session, then people aren't allowed to talk, so.
Drop my pen. Okay. Number 1.
Seems well organized.
Yeah, it seems fine. Was there any specific point on that?
No.
Yeah.
They just have to.
It's all pre-registered, 120. I like that they pre-registered.
Yeah.
All right. All in favor of that?
Aye.
Any opposed? Abstain? Recuse? Okay. Starkman.
This is the Laura family emergency.
Yeah, I don't know how we want to handle that, because it was like I want to be accommodating to family emergency, but we couldn't hear them either.
But is there anything that we're objecting to or skeptical of in the plan and answers we have?
No.
I mean,
can we just maybe we just don't take a position on that? It's literally happening in 3 days. and there's nothing to flag to SAPO. I just I don't know if I want to have a precedent of approving people who didn't show up. I think we can just have no reso on that one if we want.
I'm fine with that.
People okay with that?
Yes.
I just don't, I'm mindful of precedent, but I'm
I
also
also
mindful
wanna
of her
be-
specific circumstance.
And she's been a really good actor.
No,
and
she has.
Always
She has.
totally
I mean,
respectful.
literally the event's in 3 days. Everybody okay with that? All in favor of that approach? Okay, I don't know if we need to vote on
We need
that.
to vote on no resolution.
Dog adoption truck. I think that's gonna be fine.
Yep.
All
in favor, say wolf.
Or aye.
Aye.
Last year I
Abstain, recuse.
had raised my concerns about the event and I didn't waste our time following up about them. But anyway.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
He wants the dog. I'm just making notes in our notes that they need proper barriers.
Yes. Yes. Jade Matcha, 4 and 5, no show, deny, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? Let's please put that in. These are 2 high traffic areas.
Noted.
Let's put that into SAPO right away. Victoria Beckham, this one, I don't know. This one seems, I don't see how they can do it without blocking the sidewalk.
Point was made in the chat that there has to be a separate line for just the fragrance, so that it's truly a free giveaway. So I think the proposal that they seem to agree to, that Erica proposed of having a line in the curb lane for just the fragrance, is approvable. And then the rest of it with the coffee shop is actually kind of like none of their business, because that is going to exist on its own. They're not applying for anything vis-a-vis that.
But we can consider that in
I'm just saying, they are not going to do anything that is going to, I don't know, exacerbate the.
Sure, their brand people can walk up and down the line that's there, just as you can approach people who are
Right.
congregating.
So I think.
I just don't love, I'm gonna say this out loud, I don't love the idea of going to places where there's already lines and then
I agree.
brands are going there because there's
Yeah.
people who are,
They should do it somewhere else.
and we're literally, Will and I are getting emails to go to this
Yeah.
meeting because just the line itself for
I guess we could deny it as a statement about we don't want events around existing lines, is just is that actually, I always think back to the meetings we've had about what we actually are entitled to deny things about.
We're entitled to deny if it's disruptive.
I think it's site dependent. Here, it's a narrow sidewalk, there's always a line. So you can deny it and say it just doesn't seem like they would have to have 2 lines, and it doesn't
it's
seem
about
possible they could
precedent.
do that.
We don't,
while maintaining the record.
and we don't want the precedent of going to existing store lines.
We can say on its own, it seemed like it would be fine, but in the context of the fact that there's always a big line there.
Okay.
It's not possible to maintain a 5-foot pedestrian walkway.
Okay.
Anyone disagree with that? I don't personally see how it's possible.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's possible to maintain a pedestrian walkway, but extremely unlikely. And it's already in a problematic space. And if we're here to protect that community, why would we say yes?
Yeah, I agree. If we have the chance to call out the problematic spaces.
And I think it's a sensible precedent to be setting.
Okay. All in favor of that approach?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? So that's deny. Victor and Wolf withdrawn. Genesis House. Is that a no-show? No-show, deny. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. The Tillamook 9 was withdrawn. Number 10 is Acne. That sounds perfectly fine to me.
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
You opposed, abstain, recuse. Tillamook seems fine.
Seems fine.
They're working with Village Alliance. We know the operator. I think it's well planned out.
And they'll set up rope and stand.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You opposed, abstain, recuse. Carter's Skip Pop, Washington Square North. I like this location is usually always fine for events. It's a really wide sidewalk. Does anyone have an issue? No. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? Our vibe check, I think sounds great.
Yeah.
Any issues with that? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse?
No.
Sephora, any issues with that? I mean, I worry about the number of giveaways, but I mean, look, if the lines contain to the plaza, I think it's okay.
And we're just gonna note per Laura's chat that the cars cannot be in a no standing.
Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse?
Summer party laid over.
Summer party's laid over. 16, that's no show, deny, noting the issues, the major impact of the full block closure. All in favor of that?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed, abstain, recuse? No. Community highlight market, no show, deny, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? I think that's actually a pretty big event, so we should follow up on that. I thought I saw something on that. Anyway, we'll follow up. 18, the ordinary.
They need rope and stanchion.
Yeah, I think that location's fine. It's a very wide sidewalk, but they need rope and stanchions. So, and they agreed to do that. So I'm okay with it. Everybody okay?
Yes.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? Okay. Timberland, that's the one we just talked about with myriad issues. No show, deny, noting all the issues on that block, noting that it's actually 3 blocks, noting that they're really disruptive to Happy Paws. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain? This is all in favor denying. Any opposed, abstain, recuse? NYU, that's fine.
Yeah, if they do the changes that.
Yeah, they can't block the bike lane. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? R1 FY and I renewal, okay?
East of San Rocco.
Yeah. Anything? All right, all okay?
Good with me.
Any opposed, abstain, recuse? All right.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Have fun, Eddie. I think we can always run the meeting at this level.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I mean, there's.
We also had good people. They were on, they knew how to get on. We had no tech stuff.
Go USA. Yeah, everyone wanted to watch the game.
I want to know where Eddie was going.
I didn't even know the game was tonight.
We're not invited.
Not invited.
You guys are still live.
Oh, can we end it? Thanks, everybody, for coming.
Yeah.